The holidays are just around the corner, so here's 5 great whiskey gifts for every type of bourbon drinker. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch, and thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So, as the holidays approach, we are all looking to get those special people in our lives really nice gifts, and if you are into bourbon or know people who are into bourbon, you're often getting or searching for bourbon gifts. I wanted to do something a little bit different than a lot of the other videos I've seen on this topic, and I wanted to break it down by the types of bourbon consumers and drinkers that you might know that you want to get a bourbon gift. So we're going to kind of work our way through the list, and there's 5 options for all different types of people in your life that you might want to get a really nice bourbon gift. So without further ado, let's just dive in. These do range in terms of price and availability, but all of them are relatively findable, I will say that. So first on the list is a bottle for that person in your life who is bourbon curious. As a caveat to this whole list, I would just say you probably should only buy whiskey or bourbon as a gift for somebody who has expressed at least a little bit of interest in the whole hobby and in tasting whiskey. Definitely, we don't want to be getting gifts for people who aren't going to be into it at all. Even though we love this hobby and we want to share it, probably best to just share it with the people who at least have a little bit of openness. This category is that person in your life who is at least a little bit open, and you could maybe get to kind of launch on a whiskey journey by getting them a nice gift this holiday season. For that, there's no better option than Woodford Reserve Double Oak. So you can tell I just finished off this bottle because it is so rich and creamy and full of like chocolate, vanilla, caramel notes, very candy bar, s'mores-like, and that makes it great for introducing people to whiskey. Because of the double oak nature of it, extra sweetness is on the palate, really detectable, not at all hard to find, and I've introduced many people to whiskey using this bottle, and they have surprisingly found a lot to enjoy. So I think it just really goes forward with the sweetness and allows them a nice, sweet introduction to bourbon. Next on the list is a bottle for the person in your life who is a bourbon collecting novice. For this category, you're looking for somebody who's maybe got a handful of bottles. They've got 4 or 5 on hand that they are tasting through. They've tried a couple, and they're really starting to get into collecting. Your job, your task, hopefully as a great gift giver, is to help them elevate that. And I think there's no bottle better than Heaven Hill 7-year bottled in bond. So in some areas in the country, this can be quite difficult to find, but if it's somewhat available near you, or even if it's a little bit harder to find, this is a great one to get for that person in your life who is, starting up their collection, because it'll elevate pretty much any collection. It's great whiskey. It's 100 proof, so not super high octane, still very palatable for even those who are just getting into whiskey. But they'll be, I think, really impressed that you gave them this bottle. It's a really nice gift, and it's just sweet and smooth and rich, really good cherry on it, and I think they're going to enjoy it quite a bit. I neglected to say with the Woodford that this is around $50 to $55. So yes, it's a lot to spend on a bourbon novice, but it's really, really nice, and it actually communicates that you want to give them a nice gift. Same story here with the Heaven Hill. I think $50 to $55 is typical to spend on this product, and that makes it a really nice gift that communicates, hey, I want you to have something special this holiday season. The next bottle on the list is a great gift for the bourbon collector in your life. Moving beyond the sort of just getting into collecting bourbon novice, we're talking about somebody who has maybe 15, 20 bottles. They've really been into this game for a little while now, and you're looking for something that's going to help elevate their game, and that is just phenomenal whiskey for them to try. And the best bottle for that, if you ask me, is Knob Creek 12. So you're adding age to their collection. You're adding a 100 proof whiskey. So again, not super high octane, gonna be very palatable and great to sip on. Full of oaky, rich vanilla here. Really, really nice profile. One of my favorite bottles of whiskey for around $65 or $70. So if you add this to their collection, even if they've already got 20, 25 bottles, I don't think a single person would complain, because this is just a quality product through and through. Knob Creek 12 is phenomenal, and any collection benefits when it has a bottle. All right, so the next bottle on the list, bottle number 4, is for the person in your life who loves craft whiskey and craft bourbon. If you're deeper into the collecting game, you often start out your journey with the more standard bottles, your Jim Beams, your Knob Creek, your Buffalo Trace, you're trying 1792, all the kind of standard offerings, Woodford, the list goes on. But as a lot of people get deeper into their journey, they start to explore craft whiskey and find a lot of great, interesting, more unique things. So if you have somebody who's relatively advanced in their collecting game and has really started to get into craft whiskey, I think there's no bottle better to get than Chattanooga whiskey bottled in bond. So a couple of really nice things going on here for this bottle. We've got a distillery, a craft distillery that I think just kills it. Pretty much everything they release is very, very good stuff. You've got at least 4 years old with the bottled in bond, maybe a little bit older. These are also very, very unique. They come out, I think it's like twice a year. They do a release in the spring and the fall. And I've never really tasted much like this. They do crazy combos. They still find a way to make it balanced. I've got one that's just got like cranberries for days. I've got another one that's a little smoky. So these kind of add different layers to the profile. And if you've got somebody who's like more advanced in their journey and maybe getting into craft whiskey, this is a great option. And they're probably gonna realize that you went out of your way to pick something a little bit harder to find and definitely unique. All right, last but not least, bottle number 5 on the list is for that person in your life who is bourbon obsessed. If you look at my hutch full of whiskey, I'd say I'm somewhere around 100 bottles right now, if not more. I'm a little bit bourbon obsessed. Okay, I'm a lot bourbon obsessed. I have a bourbon YouTube channel. If you've got somebody in your life who's got a like seriously significant collection, the question then becomes, what the heck do I get this person that they don't already have? Now, if you're deep into the whiskey hunting game and you find like a really, really allocated special bottle and you're willing to give that away as a gift, that might be your great option. But if you're just looking for something that's relatively findable, but always gonna please even the most advanced whiskey collector, I think there's no better option than Four Roses Single Barrel, Barrel Strength. So 10 recipes. Four Roses has 10 different recipes that they use to make their whiskey, and they provide single barrel, barrel strength offerings of each of those 10 recipes. So even if you know of somebody who's like seriously into collecting whiskey, chances are they don't have all of the recipes. And even if you somehow got them a duplicate recipe or they had a bottle of this, I don't think they're gonna be complaining, because typically these are fantastic releases. Each one of them's unique because they're a single barrel. So that's a pro tip. Like if you know somebody who's really into collecting, you're wondering how do I get them something unique or different than what they already have, single barrel is always a great option. And Four Roses, barrel strength, if you can find it, because it is a little bit more difficult to find. And if you're willing to go up to the price point of like $90 to $100 for a really nice gift, I mean, if you gave this to me, any of the recipes, I would just be ecstatic. I would know that it was great whiskey and that you cared about adding something unique and great to my collection. And also that you just cared about me as a person, and that's pretty important too. So, how did I do? What do you think of the list? Put a comment down below and let me know what you think of the list, but also what you typically turn to for giving whiskey gifts to the people in your life. While I still have you, would love to say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, we're trying to hit 2,000 by the end of 2023. So if you could help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. And also, that way you won't miss any new videos I put out. And I plan to be continuing to ramp up the channel throughout the winter months when it's a little easier to focus on it more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until I see you guys again for another one, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey and cheers.